y'all, stepping through today with just a quick little update on my EMDR progress. I have therapy today, so things are going to change after that. So I wanted to just give you a quick overview of how this past week has been for me. And listen, we talking triggers on triggers on triggers. So it been a little tough. I'll say about the first 3 days that was tough. Um, it's like we're using parts therapy, so I'll go into meditation and see what parts of me want to come forward. And the part of me that wanted to communicate and come forward was from a very, very difficult, almost defining moment in my life, my rock bottom years of my life. And I processed it a bit, but going through EMDR, it kind of sheds a new light on it, and I experience a lot of like body sensations. So a lot of the feelings that I had at those times in my body, I was feeling again. So I was feeling sick to my stomach a lot, generally anxious, nervous, scared, uncomfortable. Certain triggers were a lot more heightened for me. I became aware of a lot of triggers that I had, but now I'm seeing it in a different light, which is actually pretty empowering because now I'm able to recognize that that's a trigger and work with that. I will say that after getting through those really tough 3 days, I feel more like myself than ever. I am extremely tired, but I am doing a lot in my life right now. Um, what else? Intimacy has improved, which is really good because, with the PTSD I have, intimacy is definitely a struggle for me. Um, but it's improving. I am actually very surprised on how the changes have been. It's a little bit subtle, but I do feel more like myself than I ever have, which is wonderful, you know. So I've just been doing what I can, spending a lot of time alone to give myself time and space to sort my thoughts, my feelings. I've been trying to meditate once, twice a day, just taking time to listen to music and to not have so much pressure on myself while I'm trying to sort through some of these feelings and thoughts and things like that. So overall, it has its goods and it has its bads, but I guess we will see today when I have therapy what parts want to come forward and how that manifests for me. But right now, I'm feeling pretty alright. Just getting through the days and trying to eat healthy and just, trying to do what I need to do in my life. Some things I've been having to do is stretch a lot. I've noticed that there's a lot of tension in my body during those fight and flight stages, definitely during through those first 3 days. There a lot of tension in my body, having to stretch constantly, attending yoga once a week. Um, yeah, and just taking things slower because in that fight and flight, it's really easy to be rushing. And sometimes I'm like, all right, maybe we can walk a little bit slower, and that might be a little calming for the moment. Maybe we can do this task a little bit slower, and maybe that will be a little more calming. And just trying to get my heart rate to, a more calm beat rather than like a do, 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 like I'm fighting something. So that is my update. Oh, yeah, and I did have a night terror which has led me to some questions as if I am experiencing a seizure sometimes at night or if it is just a night terror. So I'm going to be discussing that with my therapist today and figuring out, what's happening there, because I had that the day after our last session. So, and that does tend to happen. I do tend to have a very intense dream the day after the session, or the day or the following day. So, thank you guys for listening, and I'll keep you posted on next week. Goodbye.